Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Earth Shaker.
Dire team pick.
League's assassin.
Radiant team pick.
Bad Rider!
Dire team ban.
Venomancer.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Ancient apparition.
Ten seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Necrophos.
Dire team ban.
Second round here of the EU qualifiers. It's Mousesports versus Team Kinguin, game number 2. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Aosin, and we've got a hell of a draft so far. Pretty much everything the same through the first several picks. Kinguin, though, going to decide to take the Bat Rider, and that's the big difference with the AA now.
Remaining.
Oh, man. I'm really surprised that
5
Mousesports
seconds
are gonna let this Necrophos through all the way again. Just not banning it out, not picking it for themselves as well. I don't know. I feel a little scared for Mousesports right now.
Think that they have a new plan now for a way to deal with it? I mean, Beastmaster, I guess you've got like strong single target disable there. This in general is looking like a very push heavy draft from Mouse. Maybe they're just hoping that that's going to be a way to contend with him, that you instead get that big ball of death and try and fight Kinguin like that.
I mean, they definitely have the tower damage, but I don't know if you can call it a big ball of death when Kinguin have a better big ball of death. I think the Necrophos alone is a better ball of death. He really is.
Is there anything that really does help to counter this out that you think they're going to be going for eventually, Mousesports, or like they're on the last pick here? What else do they need? Because it's probably going to be Thug playing Veno again, I would imagine.
What do they need? They definitely need a carry that can help the team sustain, I suppose, or someone you can fight early with. There's no Beastmaster follow-up either. Maybe it's Invoker?
Slark.
A Slark? What? I am 100% not a believer. I mean, yeah, it's because he's very, very weak unless he has a good start. And not to mention, even if he does have a good start, there's a ton of heroes on the other side that counter him out, right? Like the Ancient Apparition alone, more than enough of an answer. And Kinguin end up picking up the Clinks. Clinks is very good against Slark, because Slark definitely has issues against heroes that do a lot of physical damage early on, because a lot of the pickups you have don't really give you that armor that you want. You know, a lot of people go, what is it, Shadow Blade, Echo Saber, for example, and you're sitting at around 10 armor or so, and then by the time you finish those two items, Clinks most likely has either Medallion or Medallion and Desolator, or even just a Desolator alone. No matter how you build up the minus armor, you're gonna end up with, you know, below 5 armor, and then you get 3-shotted.
Deal with that. It doesn't feel like there's a great answer, and maybe that's why it's such a good last pick coming out from Kinguin. If this is going to end up working out too well for them, and if it does start to look like it's turning into the favor of Kinguin, do you expect it to be a pretty heavy slide, or do you think that these drafts have the potential at least to be fairly even?
I think that, in my opinion, Mousesports just has to have a good start.
Okay.
If they don't have a good start, I think that Kinguin are just going to snowball this game. I don't see how Mousesport are going to be able to win this game off of a bad start. They pretty much have to either stay equal, or else it's just going to be over.
What's happening?
No, he's not flaming or anything. He's basically saying that he understands the frustrations of network problems. Like, it is the most triggering thing ever when your internet sucks and you're trying to play Dota.
Yeah.
30 seconds to battle.
Okay. You take it. LOL. LOL.
I mean, that's some pretty good writing.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Did you not see?
Whoa. No, I didn't see.
Wait, which what are you looking at? Which song are you looking at?
I was looking at Madara. He said lol.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. No, Nisha wrote lol on the mini map, and it was some good writing.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Maybe I have him muted or something. Nope, no players muted. We're good.
Wait, how would you mute any players?
Well, sometimes I actually had to mute a whole team once because they kept spamming the chat wheel nonstop.
That is true.
Yeah. That's not a concern anymore for us, sadly. But you know how it goes. You know how it goes.
we're gonna see. There's gonna be some deja vu in this middle lane. Maybe next time, gonna be blocking it out just to make sure that the wave is on their hill. Gonna be galing, not gonna gale.
Well, another thing to keep our eyes on here is Madara against the Patos Batrider. He does need to be a little bit careful because Madara had skilled up Pounce already, so they will be able to catch here. It does also mean, though, that they won't have Dark Pack for afterwards, but they might still be able to find a kill onto Patos. Chasing for this one, looking for it, but Madara maybe going to be in trouble. They do have the salve used for both of them, so at the end of the day, Patos is going to be fine, and now he knows that there's no Dark Pack to take off his sticky napalm. But he should get it next.
I don't think he's too worried. He knows that Batrider not going to be very close to 2. He will get it after this range creep, so then he has to be a little careful now. Especially since he is level 1 still. Uh-oh.
Isha
is here.
Thug. Oh, almost able to get that courier, but instead, not going to happen. Yeah, they're going in, and Spartan, he's going to fall here. First Blood looking to go the way of Kinguin, and still level 1 right now. Madara could be struggling a little bit here. Top lane, they find the kill, though, onto Exotic Deer. Nice little snipe. Fissure and a little bit of those wild axes takes him down. Alicia's actually stuck on the wrong side of the fissure. He should be able to get out of there fine, I think. Yeah. So all in all, just a couple trades. Supports for both of the... Well, it's the Clink's going down, not the support, so a little bit better for the favor of Mouse.
Yeah. So this offlane doing well, but I think given a little bit more time, Clink's not going to have an issue. In fact, he's probably going to come out on top in the end, I would have to imagine. It really depends on how many more times they can shut him down before he hits 6, because once you get Death Pack going, it is so hard to kill off the Clinks.
Yeah.
And this is also another issue with the Slark pick against a Batrider. Like somewhere down the line, Slark does very well against a Batrider because of how Dark Pack works, but when it comes to laning, Batrider just completely dumps on Slark. It's so hard for Slark to lane in this matchup.
Can't you just Dark Pack off the stickies, though?
Oh, yeah, you can, but that's... It's like... It's not enough, basically. Because the thing is, Batrider is strong enough that if he catches you out of position, even if you have, like... Let's say you have 3 stacks on you and you get Fireflied on, if you can't leap away, then... And you know, make some distance from the Batrider, he'll just start restacking on you, and you can't exactly Dark Pack over and over again.
That's fair. Well, that's a problem. And we'll have to see if that comes into play here. It is also going to be the Nyx Assassin that, you know, causes some issues there as well. He's coming down to the bottom lane with the Impale ready. So a little bit hard sometimes to hit that stun, but maybe easier if you know that, like, the Slark can only run in one way. Otherwise, he's going to end up getting caught out by the... Like, or just because of all the sticky napalm stacks on him.
So I definitely worry. Oh.
It
looks like everyone misses the chat wheel as well.
Yeah. It really is sad. And a whole nother month before a new patch. That's the other one that's just like the kicker, you know?
Let's go play something else.
No, man, I want to play Dota. I transferred over my my seasonal MMR. I gained like 1,000 ranked team MMR.
Wow, team MMR.
I had to people before. Like, I couldn't play ranked with people.
So what are you at now? 2.7?
But actually half that.
Why? What is it actually?
I'm not saying on stream. You think I'm crazy?
All right.
You think I'm crazy?
This is like asking women for their age or weight. You don't ask a Dota
exactly.
MMR.
All right. Well, you talked about it before. Spartan again in trouble. He only comes back in order to end up dying yet again.
I mean, look at Madara's build. If he doesn't take Essence Shift, they don't have damage. And if he takes Dark Pack, or sorry, if he takes Essence Shift, he runs the risk of not being able to cleanse the Dark Pack or the Sticky Napalm. And then if he takes the Dark Pack, he has no damage to pressure out this Bat Rider. So really needs the level 3, but I think at this point it's a little too late. This Bat Rider is just kind of doing whatever he wants.
Yeah. Well, the plus side is that Exotic Deer is not having the time of his life either. And with the dust used, maybe the next assassin can come in and stitch it up. And no, they will find the kill onto Skylark, it looks like, as Alicia running in, chasing him down, and getting the kill. That's another thing to keep in mind as they find the shackles mid and trying to bring down Nisha, and looks like he is going to die, is that you do have Ancient Apparition also against this Slark, which is like often thought of as a counter.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is one of the best counters against the Slark. This is why the Slark pick was so questionable to me.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool though. You look at AA's build. This is one of the few times I don't actually see Cold Feet coming out of him. He ends up going for 2 points in Chilling Touch as well as Ice Vortex because of the fact that he has the Twinks on his team. And just look at how much damage they do. Just chunking Skylark. He's gonna go down. Kakor, why didn't you give that to Exotic Deer?
That would have been nice. He's already struggling a little bit. Are they going to get him? Oh, Nisha. Well, it looked so good earlier. Has not looked as great now. So it does feel like they've at least found a bit of an answer for that Necrophos in lane.
Oh, and Thug gets a regen.
Yeah, rip.
Green.
But he has the no wards build.
Yeah, I think this is the right build against Necrophos. Just go for the fighting build.
Yep.
It's really annoying to deal with. It does a lot of damage, surprisingly. Madara, not going to go on this. Bad Rider has to be careful, though. The wraparound from Spartan, if they get this...
They don't have range. They're not able to catch him, and instead it's going to be Spartan that's in trouble. It's going to... Well, he realizes TP is not going to work. So Spartan going to die. Patos picks up the kill. He has had a great start for himself. Level 5 already. Not maybe as good as Skylark with all of the kills he's been a part of, but Skylark has died too, whereas Bat Rider is not died yet. Oh, and they're moving mid? Whoa. All right. Getting feisty. Nisha's here. Doesn't quite have level 6 yet, but Thug coming in the area. There is going to be an impale from Kakor, and should be the death of Thug as they chase him down, and another kill for this Bat Rider.
Yeah, very nicely done. It's very unexpected as well. You never really see a Bad Rider just come into your lane, smoked up with the support at this stage of the game. So very impressive stuff. Bad Rider, does he have any stacks to work with? Not really. Just kind of like a little bit here. Gonna be working towards his level 6 now.
Radiant's middle tower.
We have the Shaman who's come mid, also the long duration smoke, and they're moving forward to see if they can find this kill now. On to Nisha. They have a fissure as well, but do they get him? He's on the right side of it. I think that Nisha is playing an imbalance here. They actually decide to turn back around. He has Reaper Sight, but he didn't use it. Oh, he's going to end up ticking down because of that. If he... Okay, yeah.
He's got one heal as well as the shrine.
Okay. I was tripping.
Yeah, you tripping.
I was tripping. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to trip. I thought he was dead for sure. Madara, on the other hand, man, look at the little punches that he's getting in the face right now from Ancient Apparition. He's level 6, though, so regen will be there now.
Nice little stack here. Gonna take forever to clear.
Oh.
Gonna have to regen up, dark pack, regen up, dark pack. Oh, actually, no, he made the pull happen, so should be able to dark pack this down.
Well, and he does need to be a little bit careful because Alicia's gonna come in and maybe can soak up some of that experience here. Oh, if he gets to level 6, that would be big.
Unexpected rotations part 2. Here we go.
Bat Rider lasso. Not actually
he doesn't have lasso. He's on level 5. Very nice for Kakor, though. Oh, and
they will still find that kill. Yeah. Well done.
Fun times. Getting Reaper. Having to sit on the sidelines for 40 seconds at 7 minutes. Really feels bad.
It ain't great. It ain't great. Exotic Deer is getting close to his level 6. He has been a little bit further behind. You can see 22-2 versus the 44-4 of the Slark. I still am worried, though, about Madara's capabilities of carrying this since they have the Ancient Apparition already there, and Well, it looks like they're going to be going for a kill now onto Exotic Deer. They don't have Dust, though. Earthshaker had it. Exotic Deer chasing now with Gaycore there as well. They've got the Impale. Got the Vision. Maybe next time. Fully blocked in, and they give the kill away to the Clinks.
And this is kind of the scary part. He's about to hit 6, but decent amount of space made by maybe next time. Going to be able to allow Skylark to get a lot of damage on this tower. Is Exotic Deer 6 yet?
Yeah.
No, he is not. Oh. Guess
there he is.
Hawk. Now he is.
I thought you meant Alicia, who is 6 now, and I was wondering if it's going to go for Mardara. Yeah, that's actually... I don't know if that's good or bad. I feel like it's kind of bad that the A gets 6 before your Clinks.
I mean, hey, it's a very useful ultimate to have at this stage of the game. You know, you can actually just set up for your Necrophos. Necrophos can just wait for the A ult to come in and then you just Reapers them.
Yeah. And likewise, Slark's not going to feel comfortable at all, but this is going to be a jump forward. Spartan, they realize now that this is coming in, and there's no way for him to get out of this, I don't believe.
Yeah, I think he's
super dead. Super duper dead.
Gets off one more spell. 4 to 10 in 9 minutes. Laning phase kind of going how I somewhat kind of expected it. Honestly, I think this is better than I expected for Mousesports. I thought they would have lost the laning phase even harder than this, but somehow Madara able to be top net worth is a very big win for them in itself.
They just need him to go off this game and get everything done for them, but it is going to be tough. And they are still like top net worth across the board, actually.
The thing is, Beastmaster is actually doing pretty well for himself. He could actually somewhat carry you up until your Slark is actually ready to fight.
There's an AA Blast coming in. It's going to connect on to only the Beastmaster, and Gaycore is going to drop. So that is a little scary.
Here, though. They got to be careful. They smoke up. It gets braked immediately. Do they have detection?
They do have detection. It comes out a little bit late, though. Nisha may be baiting this. They really need to be careful. Reaper Scythe right here could just throw a whole big wrench in the works. And Nisha's looking. They have vision. Maybe next time. Going to get Reaper. Going to almost get killed off. That might still be enough. They roar to turn it, but
they got
already going to end up losing more. And yeah, Nisha was got it. So he's going to have the regen. And now the AA Blast going to apply the debuff onto one. Maybe it ends up killing him. A double for Nisha. Yeah, this is quite bad.
The snowball might be beginning here. The Nyx Assassin hitting his level 6 in that team fight, and Nisha has his Veil now, despite the resources that Mousesports threw into the mid lane to shut down Nisha. He's already made his way back up.
I mean, if there is a plus side, it's that Slark has gotten good farm, and he's getting closer to that Shadow Blade. Do you think now is the time for Kinguin to try and put the pressure onto him? Do you think maybe like sending an Ancient Apparition Blast up there with the Nyx is the way to go?
If they can get that through, sure. That would be very good for them, but I think at this stage, even if your Slark manages to get that Shadow Blade, he can't do this on his own. Like, this has to be, team fights won together as a team.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anybody that Gaycore finds right here is probably dead.
Radiant are scanning.
There's no AA ulti, at least.
There isn't?
Radiant. They scan someone out.
They have it back up in 3.
Dire are scanning.
Dire scan. Don't see anybody there. They do run into Skylark here. The Beastmaster now. Gaycore walking inside of a ward. He is going to be forced to run away. But up top, Slarkety Slark. Able to get away from that one. That was very close to being a huge problem for Madara, but they weren't quite able to get the lasso out from Pathos. Good reaction time by Slark.
He does have Shadow Blade now, but will it amount to anything? You have to see.
They have another Ice Blast in 8 seconds. Smoke mid. Moving in. Thug is there. He breaks the smoke, pull him back in, and that's going to be a kill. They also hold on to the Ice Blast. They can use it for the next engagement if they want. Sark continues to farm, but bottom, Beastmaster and Shadow Shaman take down the tower. So even though there's a kill mid, it is not going to be for nothing.
Very nicely done. Bottom lane, Exotic Deer setting up on Skylark.
Yep, they got the Nyx there as well, but Spartan just outside of range. They get that initiation and Pale off the mark. Skylark still living, but going to take some more damage there. They need to hit him here, and it looks like Exotic Deer should be able to get that kill, I believe. Well, he just watches himself die. Spartan ends up dying as well. So throughout the last couple of minutes, 3 dead around the map, and Madara going to keep on farming. Alicia right next to him.
This must be so frustrating to play for Mousesports because I'm just watching Spartan, and you can definitely tell that he is like everything he does just feels so delayed. Oh, top lane, Madara gonna find his first kill. Very nicely done, and he's gonna need a lot more of this, but it is a start.
Yep. For sure. So what is the Clink's going to be going for? It looks like he's going to go Deso, so he just wants to go for the damage. I was wondering if it might have been a game that it's worth it to go for like a...
like Orchid?
Yeah.
I think going for the Deso is a little better, because you don't want to run the risk of having yourself getting picked off, right, with the Orchid Malevins. It's a little risky, so just play with the team instead. Having that Deso is definitely going to help out your team a lot more than an Orchid would.
Yeah.
Lowering the armor on heroes for others to focus on, or even, you know, towers. Spartan, he's solo smoked.
Get some wards down, I guess. Doesn't have dust either, so it might just run to
He's
cleanse.
looking for this.
Alright, there's the catch. That's a good one. Ice Blast to follow, though. They turn around. Good amount of damage. They've already taken one. Madara in a little bit of trouble. This Ice Blast debuff is on him, and he is going to kill himself.
And this is exactly why it is so risky to pick Slark into Ancient Apparition. He is so reliant. Like, one of the biggest defenses or defense mechanisms that a Slark has is his ability to regen when he uses his ulti or Shadow Blades under, or when there's no vision for the Shadow Blade. So Ancient Apparition doesn't care too much about that.
He might get ran at here. He does have Ice Blast again in 3 seconds. They try and get the stun onto him. Roar is there, but
the turnaround is here, so you got to be careful. And then they have ulti again.
Skylark, I got some bad news, buddy. I don't think you're getting out of this one.
I think you just hit the stun here.
Yeah.
No need to get greedy with the Vendetta hit. Just let your Clinks get the job done.
Man. Well, they did force rotations back at the very least, so they did save the tower down bottom, and the wards were also dropped by Spartan, though. That's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, this definitely... I think that you're right about the lag and stuff, too, because... I mean, that last one, he was able to get it pretty well onto Exotic Deer. But it's also, I guess, been some of, like, the choices as far as the movements around the map has been a little sketchy, too.
I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if they were setting up ganks, and they probably might even be like share controlling heroes so that he plays a different hero whenever they go for ganks and someone else plays his hero.
Really?
I wouldn't be surprised. Like when people lag, that's my go-to solution.
Damn, next level strats.
Like if you're lagging and your carry is just farming, just share control, let your carry play the support, and you go farm.
Hey, Core. Finding Thug here. This is going to be a pretty easy pick off, and using everything on it. The Reaper Scythe comes out as well. That's going to be another kill, and maybe a tier 2 tower as well. We'll see if anybody wants to come and try and contest this, but it feels really hard for them to do anything. Like, Madara just does not have the farm to carry, and he's not the hero that needs to be able to fight into this.
They want to go on this. They're staring him in the face. He does not have Death Pack. This is a big kill.
Oh, no.
Easy kill.
Exotic Deer. Oh, all right. They caked that kill.
Nice pick off. And they gave it to maybe next time, too. I think that was coordinated, actually.
All right. Roar now down as well. They've caught on the Ancient Apparition. He's going to go down, and Oh, Kinguin, maybe getting a little bit too big for the britches. They do kill off Skylark, but likewise, will be K-Core running away. Echo slammed down, connects onto the Batrider. Pathos still there as well. Nisha, no more Reaper Sight, but they can still chase this and keep vision on all these heroes. Maybe next time, he's relatively close to a blink, but will be shut down before that happens. And well, Madara is still looking as they've been able to find themselves Spartan. He's going to end up getting that earn charge on him, and one more tick. That's going to be the kill. TP away, Madara. Can't do it.
Would have killed him if the pounce connected. Still had a Shadow Blade for bonus damage. But unfortunately, not going to get that. Skylark only having Necro 1. Can't look towards the Beastmaster for mid-game carry now. Gonna have to rely on the Slark as well as the Venomancer now.
Oh, and it's only a 2,000 gold lead, but it's 23-9. So kills don't tell the whole story, but they tell a little bit of the story of how it might look going forward. How concerned are you for Mousesports as this game goes on?
Oh, I'm definitely concerned for them. Concerned for them from the start, just by looking at the draft. Like, 2,000 gold lead with this kind of a matchup, I feel like is already too much for them to ever take a fight.
So if they did need to take a fight, like, what does that look like then? Well, Madara might find a pick off here. He's too afraid. They realize that you got some vision right there, and they're going to back out again. They know that Slark is here. But yeah, if they had to take a fight, what would it look like?
It would pretty much always have to look like Ancient Apparition dying before team fights even begin. They have to kill off the Ancient Apparition and not let their Slark get AA ulted.
Okay.
A little bit of an interesting build here. Ancient Apparition going to go for the double wand strat. Going to save up them 34 charges.
What the hell is he doing?
I think he accidentally bought another one when he was getting ganked.
All right.
So a little unfortunate, but not the biggest loss. At least it gives you some stats. And if you really, really felt like it, you could save up a 17 wand charge and just kind of hold on to it. And then start charging the other one.
Back your wand.
Yeah, dude. It's like saving batteries.
Yeah. I don't know if I would replicate it again in the future, but you gotta do what you can
do. It's
do.
the worst thing ever.
Really?
It is
my
so
God.
terrible.
He's got the 90 GP, I'm telling. He's happy. Deny comes out from Exotic the Air. He has his Deso completed. Bottom lane, it is still Slark who's going to have to come back and fight this, it looks like, as the rest of the TPs are going towards the top lane, and they are trying to find themselves more than just Spartan. Skylark, he doesn't have a TP, actually. Oh, man. And now they're heading up here. They find themselves a Skylark with no TP. He is going to end up going down. Ice Blast comes through. It misses off the mark, but they'll still be able to burn him to death. And quick little right click coming from that Clinks.
Going to give that kill to Clinks as well. Deso Medallion going to be going for the BKB next. And I think once the BKB comes out, I don't think the Slark and Beastmaster are going to be enough damage for this. He's just going to stand there and right-click everyone down.
He's got good armor, too, that Medallion. 22 currently. Some of that might be because of the tower. Yeah. They're going on Madara, and as soon as that happens, they run the hell away.
Unfortunate for Madara. He was trying to be as patient as possible. I think he ran out a little too quickly with that Shadow Blade. Oh. Looks like there's going to be a fight breaking out here. Thug gets caught out.
Oh, nice catch there, but the shackle's now immediately broken. And, well, that could end up looking rather rough. They end up being able to find the roar onto the Batrider. He's actually out of mana, but the force staff to the high ground. He's able to get away. They pop the shrine. Now Madara in some trouble as well if he sticks around too long. He's taking a lot of damage over time. They get the echo off as well. That connects onto Clinks. He is going to end up falling. So suddenly, it is. Yeah, they wanted to be able to get something more, but there was no ice blast that fight, and even still, it wasn't enough. Meanwhile, maybe next time, looking for the initiation, the fissure comes out as well, and they're draining all this mana. Alicia going to TP back and maybe go for the ice blast afterwards. As Skylark getting chased in as well. They going to miss on that ice blast. Hits on the Veno at the very least. Skylark is dead, and now K-Core looking to see if he can finish off Thug. He got 4-staffed forward. They find that Impale, and now he's also going to go down. So the final tally is going to end up being about 3 for 1, if I'm not mistaken, and a pause right at the end.
You know, you always find yourself in these positions where you're like, I think we can get Necrophos here. And nope. You really can't. He just turns it around, Ghost Shrouds, uses all the launch charges, gets... What's the value that he gets?
A lot of value.
75% healing amplification. I mean, I didn't, someone do the math for me, but it looked like he had no mana, and all of a sudden he had enough mana to just turn on the Ghost Shroud, heal himself up, and...
So what's happening with this? Like, you know, Mouse, I feel like it sucks that they have these internet issues. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Don't want to necessarily say that it shouldn't be happening, because there's always like extenuating circumstances, but it does feel like, you know, you're a sponsored organization. Throw these guys a couple dollars so they can get some good internet. Maybe it's just not possible in Greece. I don't know.
Sometimes it's not possible. I mean, yeah. I definitely understand it. I live in an area where there was no good internet for... Actually, I still don't have good internet. I live in the middle of nowhere, so, you know, they just don't have service out here.
Yeah.
You might be a sponsor organization, and a couple bucks is not going to be able to, you know, help you get good internet if you're in the same situation as I am.
Yeah. I guess that's fair. It just is too bad. Because there have been a couple moments where clearly they weren't playing their best, and it feels like half a second, a quarter of a second, it would make all that difference, you know? And granted, some of this for Mouse has also been them just sometimes making bad decisions, I think, on occasion. Or not making bad decisions, I should say, but making decisions that are like high risk, high reward, and then they don't end up getting rewarded. So it's tough.
Yeah, it really is. And I just can't stress how much I feel like this is an outdraft. And
yeah.
Especially with this lead now. 5,000 usually I would say something that you can come back from, but with the picks that they have, with the picks that Kinguin have, I feel like it's like enough to make it look like a game that's just slipping away from Mousesports.
Again, the pause please come out from Nisha. By the way, worth noting, 10-0-10 on Patos. This dude is playing some goddamn good Batrider.
10-0-10, it's pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
He's having a really good game for himself. And with those 3 kills, ugh, it is feeling rather rough for Mousesports. I have to shuffle back home with the 2 supports.
They did manage to make some trades happen, so at least, you know, they're not able to, or it forces Kinguin to be unable to take like these, like Roshan, for example. I think if Exotic Deer was still alive, they would have been able to take it, Roshan.
But even as it stands, they might be willing to think about it.
That is true.
Searing Arrows, damage talent. They also have the Deso done and a medallion. Yeah, they're doing it. Oh my god. Look at how quickly that Roche is falling.
Double damage. Take it.
Oh, baby. Yeah, that's some damage right there. Pop your medallion, you fool. There it is. Great stuff. And there's not really much that Mouse are going to be able to do to stop this. It's a Blink Dagger done for maybe next time, but it doesn't solve the problem of Ancient Apparition versus Slark. It doesn't solve the problem of Batrider, them not having really an answer for it.
Skylark.
Yeah, and he's going to end up dropping here again, it looks like. The roar comes out, but to no avail. He is going to die. And I don't think that they're going to stop at the tier 1. They might have to because bottom's being pushed in.
I mean, this is a great trade for Mousesports. Tier 1 for a tier 2. It's not. I mean, they're still very far behind, but gotta take what you can.
11 to 30. Pipe done. And needing to find an answer up here. AA is going to TP back. Madara needs to respect this. It's not easy to
Dire's middle tower is under
push against that guy. Oh, and they're looking for Veno mid. He's going to TP out. Good decision right there. That would have been really bad otherwise. And the tier 2 looking like it's going to go down regardless of the force back, and showing how easily something like that can happen.
I think one of the big issues here too is that this Venomancer just doesn't really have the items he needs to fight with. Well, he picks up a Force Staff, so this definitely helps, but this damage output is not going to be very impressive. It's like just utility right now, and it's a tall order for this Lark to carry in these team fights.
We also have the BKB now done for Clinks. And Radiance done for Nisha on top of Pipe. Yeah, this is a problem. This is a lot of damage over time. Mischance everything, plus the BKB on the Clinks. I don't think that Mouse can stop this push that's going to be coming next. And holding on to the Aegis also is just that icing on top. Oh, now he has a illusion rune as well. Oh, man. Yeah, they're going to go in through bottom. Send the illusions out. Push out the waves.
A ulti going to connect on the Earthshaker. They see where most of the Radiant heroes are. Assassin trying to find someone, but not going to be able to do so.
And this Necro illusion, alive for 45 more seconds, should be able to push out the creep wave really effectively. As long as it doesn't end up getting brought down, which there's a chance it could, but that is going to allow them to siege, most likely. Alright, they take it out. Still, though, up here, they've caught themselves the Venomancer. They pull him back in, and Pale's going to connect in a couple quick hits, and he's gone. AA going to end up TPing back to try and stop this push. Gets the Ice Blast off onto Skylark. They are going to force out the wards to come as well, and Nisha showing up. He's going to end up keeping them away. Reaper Sight that drops down. That's a dead Shadow Shaman.
Feels bad. Left behind.
are scanning.
Man.
Wonder if he should have TP'd on the hill. TPing him from the low ground makes it very easy for Necro to just ulti him there.
Yeah. Well, deny the last tier 2. Still a minute and a bit left on the Aegis. We'll see if Kinguin want to try and push their advantage further and see if they can actually take a tier 3 tower here. With no Shadow Shaman and no buyback, should be possible.
There's also a BKB, like you mentioned earlier on the Clinks. Hasn't had to use it just yet, so gonna have a full duration one if he needs it.
All right,
10,000 now, 10,000 net worth lead. Getting
yeah.
to that point. Unfortunately for Madara, he doesn't have enough of a BKB.
Oh, and they got the Earthshaker. That's really bad. All right, Exotic Deer gets that kill. Madara now looking for some way to stop this push from coming, but it's just too difficult. And well, they do get a Hex on Anisha. It's not really going to amount to much. They get the push back from the Flame Break. Ice Blast still being held on to. And, I mean, it's really not that great. Jump forward. They do get that DOT off, so Nisha's going to be taking some damage from that one. Still a liver for the moment. Diffusal Blade as well, but there's the Force Staff. Hex is out as well. Nisha is going to end up losing his Aegis, and Keiko are going to go down too. Meanwhile, they had to TP back home with a couple as the tier 3 tower went down bottom.
But then on top, back at top lane.
Yeah.
Right back. They want to fight this. They know that not everyone is there. Nisha in a lot
All right,
of trouble.
Reaper Sight needs to get it off. He ends up getting taken away. Oh, wow. All right, Madara playing the carry.
making it work. This defusal pickup is doing quite a bit of work for them right now. Necrophos has to be a little more careful. He is very vulnerable without the Ghost Shroud. If Slark gets enough stacks, I mean, he's still a Slark, you know? He's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
For sure. And now with that tier 3 tower being taken down bottom, they can move in and try and do some damage to the shrines here. Dropping the wards down mid. Have Mousesports found themselves a way back into this game?
Well, it's definitely a start. It's a big victory for them to be able to have ratted themselves to tier 2 and still hold their rack.
Oh, Ice Blast gonna connect Madara. It was looking good for a moment, but only a moment. And now maybe next time in trouble. Can't blink away. They got the Urn Charge onto him. Plus he blinked forward. They drop down the Sentry Ward. Going to catch him and going to most likely kill him as well. They don't want to get caught out for an Echo Slam here. They're all grouped up together. They do manage to get off the full ultimate. Echo lands onto the Bat Rider. He is going to drop as well. Gem on the ground. They have to get that. Alicia walks over, makes it happen. Is he going to end up dying as well? They need to make sure that that gem doesn't end up getting taken, but they're going to end up losing everybody instead. They don't have it on Thug. It's still over there. Exotic Deer or somebody picked it up. It looks like it might have been on the courier, actually. And now the TP away. They don't have an answer. So 4 end up dying in the mad race for the gem.
That was the manliest force staff by AA, just running in the middle of everyone to secure that gem, and I think it worked out for them. You know, he managed to basically play football with it and dragged it back into his base, and kind of like Radiant were trying to stop him again, tried to get it back, and because they went that distance to catch him, they were kind of out of position. Perfect timing for the Necrophos to come back and clean up.
Oh. And even though it's a 10,000 net worth lead, it is by no means in the bag, as they're going to walk forward, and this is going to be no vision of Thug until it's too late. And Pale is there, Exotic Deer to follow up, and that's just like, you look at where he is right there. He feels good about it. He can see pretty much everything, but
I'll take that.
just happens that quickly. And that courier had a Mystic Staff.
Yeah, that's going to deny Nisha of his Shivas. I think that's a pretty significant pickup. So no Shivas for 3 minutes, but I don't think that's going to stop them. They still feel like they can definitely push this mid lane.
Oh. Well, Alicia, he's again going to be that one that needs to hit a Ice Blast. They have the Bat Rider gem again, but they pull the Shadow Shaman out. Buyback on Veno. It's already down. Madara wanting to go in on this. This is not going to end up working. They do force to back out. The BKB is there, but he's still going to have the debuff on him. And they force the Glimmer Cape out. There's going to be the Roar. Connects onto one. That's still facing the right way from K-Core, though, so they're able to force staff him back. And now BKB down on the Slark. They're not afraid of anything. Ice Blast back up in 18 seconds, but Madara throws the Diffusal Blade onto Nisha. That slows him down. Doesn't really care. Still has all the regen in the world as those Death Pulse stacks add up.
Diffusal Blade only down to 3 charges now. Gonna have to replace it sometime soon, I believe.
Radiant's bottom tower
that,
is under attack.
Mousesports, they're gonna go for a smoke. I think this is probably like
Radiant are scanning.
the game here.
Look at K-Core. Oh, man. If he ends up going the wrong way, they head over there to this other side, and now Impale lined it all up. Oh, no, 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 no. Ice Blast is down, and he is out of there. Spartan in trouble now as well, as they're going to be able to find him. And sure, he's got these wards down, but it's not going to end up mattering. They find another. 3 are dead. No buybacks. Oh, wow.
Radiant's middle barracks are
I think that might be it. No buybacks on anyone here. If Thug gets caught out, he has no buyback either.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
And I mean, they can just stay there and hit the tower. It doesn't even matter. Exotic Deer at level 24 as well. They go forward, hit the Impale, just putting salt in the wounds. And the Force Staff aggressively, almost able to push him all the way in. Patos has had himself a hell of a game on this Bat Rider. 10-1-20.
Over yet. He still has a little bit of time to pad his stats. They're heading to the top lane now. Gonna try to take the last set of frags. Skylark TP's in, or blinks in. Immediate BKB from Clinks. Necro 3 not gonna amount to anything.
Well, they get a big ulti out there, but it's maybe going to end up costing him his life. Ice Blast going to connect onto both of them. They pull the Earthshaker forward as well. Thug going to drop. The Echo Slam is good, but I don't think that even that's going to be enough. Slark trying to do the damage, and Gakor going to end up dying, but so too will Madara. As he is going to be focused in just a second. Pato's still able to kite away. Alicia, no mana or cooldown for his ulti, and good game finally going to be called. Kinguin take it 2-0 over Mouz.
It's hard to say how this series would have went if Mousesports just had a different draft. I really feel like